Rock School in Gainesville, Florida, with head coach of the national team, Justin Harden. Coach, tell me a little bit about how it feels going into your 12th season as the head coach at the Rock.
It's a little surreal and hard to imagine that I've had the great fortune to be head of this program for the last 11 years, and I can remember the moment that I was promoted from assistant coach into this position, and it's just been a blessing ever since then. And I'm really looking forward to what this year has in store, because I'm really excited about our team, how we've constructed it, and just some of the things that we have that we want to look forward to accomplishing this year that we fell a little bit short of last year. So I'm excited.
Well, Coach, I know it's been a tough year, not only here, but all over the world, especially with COVID-19. Can you tell me a little bit about how that's affected your preparation going into this season?
Absolutely. It made us take a different approach to recruiting. We did a lot more Zoom interviews and recruiting meetings with parents and recruits that we hadn't done before. But I think that's a blessing. That's something that we're going to put in our tool bag and able to use going forward. But in terms of just being able to be in the gym, be able to coach as much as we're able to, it's just a little bit different than before, because we're wearing masks, so we have to pull the mask down and talk to the guys a little bit clearer. But I'm just thankful for the opportunity we have to be in the gym right now.
Well, Coach, that sounds great. Well, tell me, how does this team constructed differently or the same compared to some of your teams of the past?
Well, last year we had a very short roster due to some different circumstances, but played a lot of games with just 7, 8 guys who were eligible to play. It made it a lot difficult, and this year we have the depth that we want at this level. To play on the national level, you have to be deep. You have to have players that are 1, 2 deep at every single position, even 3 deep. Should any injuries occur or anything of that nature. So I'm really excited. We have great length. I love our front court length and ability, their ability to shoot, their ability to handle the ball, put it on the deck, their ability to pass too. And then our guards are tough. We've always been blessed with having tough guards like Scotty Wilbekin, Mitchell Wilbekin, Dennis Maven, Jamari Wheeler. The list goes on and on. BJ Greenlee and Alec Oglesby and Jalen Spear. And we're very blessed to have that type of guard play again this year.
Well, we know you have a lot of experience. Kyle Duke is back for his 3rd season. He's a returning captain. He came here at the Rock as a sophomore, and now he enters his senior year. What type of things are you expecting out of Kyle this year?
Well, number one is leadership, right? I mean, he's in the program for his 3rd year. He should have a good understanding of what we expect as a staff from him in upholding and protecting our culture. We want him to be able to monitor what's going on in the locker room, drive people on the court, in the weight room. But he was our leading scorer last year, so we're going to need him to do that, but also have a good sense of who needs to get the ball and in what situation. With so much depth, you're going to need a good leader up in front of everybody who's going to do the right thing for our team before himself.
Well, I know you mentioned the front court and all the length up there. I know you've got Atrell Washington back this year. He was a staple in the lineup last year. Tell me a little bit about Atrell.
Well, Atrell had a tough summer with an ankle injury, and so he's just now getting back from some of that stuff. But I'm excited about where Atrell was when he first got here to where he was at the end of the season. He was voted by our entire coaching staff unanimously as the most improved player last year. And so we're looking forward to him continuing to improve. It would be a blessing to see him be the most improved player this year. And if he's able to do that, sky's the limit. So we need him to bang inside. We need him to throw his weight around. But we also need him to knock down 3-pointers like he did last year and show that he has a good inside game, but also a good outside game.
Well, it's great hearing about the returning players, but I know you've got some newcomers with some length. Sasha Latino, a 6'9" forward that's new to the program. You also got Dylan James, also another 6'9" forward that's new to the program. And not to mention R.J. Jones at 6'8", coming back from last year. And then Naseem Mays, a 6'7" wing player. So that's a lot of length up front. Can you tell me a little bit about any of those guys and what you're expecting?
Yeah, let's start with the seniors and Sasha Latino. I mean, he's been great. He was a late pickup for us, but we're sure glad we got him. he's able to put the ball on the deck really, really well. You know, having been a guard only a couple of years ago and then growing 6 inches within the last couple of years, he's able to be very versatile as a guard, or I should say as a forward with guard skills. Then with RJ, we're just excited about the growth that he has had over this summer. Really, really improved. You know, he's been able to shoot it, but he's able to do a lot more this year because of the hard work that he put in. You know, you look at Nassim. Nas shoots the ball very well for a lefty, and that's really an added bonus because most guys are used to guarding right-handed players. So the fact that he's lefty, he's long, he's active. One of the reasons why we really liked him is his activity level. We're just really excited about what he can bring as well. So, and then finally is Dylan. Dylan is he's a shot blocker, and he has the unique skill of blocking and contesting every shot in the paint. We're super excited about what he can do on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, as a sophomore, having started last year when he was as a freshman, and he's got some skills, but he's got some growing to do. But he's got a good jump shot. He's able to knock down, you know, 3-pointers, mid-range. So we're really excited about our front court, like I said before.
Let's talk a little bit about your backcourt, especially the newcomers. I know you talked about Kyle Duke, your returner, but talk to me a little bit about the backcourt and the additions of Jace Harrison, Will Nall, especially those two upperclassmen. That's 2 seniors coming into your program.
Yeah, we're really excited about our incoming seniors. You know, normally we like to have guys who are younger, but they were so good, both as in skill, but also in personality and toughness, that we wanted to bring them in as seniors. And we really think that they'll contribute. First of all, Jace. Jace is, you know, he's small in stature, but he's big in heart, big in leadership. He's been a vocal presence ever since day one when he stepped on the court this summer in our skill work. We were looking for really big things for him. And much like some of the smaller guards we've had in the past, a lot of guys overlook them. But I can tell you that he's not one to be overlooked. And then next is, you know, Will Nall is another senior, 6'5" out of Birmingham. He can really shoot the ball. He's got a great jump shot, great lift on his jump shot, but he also has the ability to do a lot of things in the mid-range and at the rim. So he's got a huge upside. He's used to winning where he was before, but we're looking to take both of their games to the next level, and hopefully they'll be able to do that. And then you think about some of the younger guys that we have coming back. Dallas Jones, who was huge for us in the second half of the season after he transferred in January. He's grown a ton. We're getting him back off an injury, but you know, he's got a grown man's body. He has a grown man's game, but he's learning to play the game more efficiently, time in and time out. And then you think about Seth Childers, who came over last year as a freshman. Probably played a whole lot more than he thought he was. Played a whole lot more than we thought he would. But was great. Didn't turn the ball over. Made open shots. And we're looking for more from both of those guys. And as sophomores, we're really comfortable with them being able to step in and make big plays this year, just like they did last year.
Well, with those two especially when you're looking at those two guys, they might be younger, but they're returners as well. We saw Seth Childers make big plays in different games, and you know, Dallas Jones probably made some of the biggest shots of the year when you knocked off number 6 ranked in the ESPN rankings, Hamilton Heights.
Yes, absolutely. So we're looking for them to add to that, and we don't want to take any steps back. But like I said, we have a great depth chart night, and we had another key transfer in Alex McCray over from a local school, and so we're looking. And he's been great in practices, and we're looking like we're going to be 11 deep, and that's a great thing, you know, because you have that solid depth. It's going to make things really, really difficult for playing time and so forth. So I'm just excited about our group because I think they all cheer and root for one another, and I think they're going to be for each other, even though they may not play or score as much as they wanted to. I'm really hopeful that they'll be able to buy into the team's success over their own individual success.
What about those young players that are going to have an impact, of whether it's a daily regimen at practice or if they have to be used and be ready to go when it's game time?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we were able to combine our teams this year and to make a national team that has 13 members on it. So that is a good thing, but it can pose difficulties too, because some guys aren't going to get the playing time that they think they deserve or that they want, certainly. And that's okay. That's understandable. You want everyone to have playing time. So, you know, guys like Brandon, DiMartino, and David Schmidt. They're moving up this year. And so as freshmen, it's going to be a great learning year for them. And they need to keep that in mind, that this is all about growth, not about production this year. How can they grow as players during practice and every weight room opportunity, every team meeting? How can they grow to become the players that we need them to be moving forward?
What is your final outlook, do you think, that this team can do this year on the court? How do you see them moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think our team has an opportunity to be one of the top teams in rock school history. And I think if they focus on getting better every single day, and both as individuals but also in helping their teammates become better every single day, they're going to see the dividends. They're going to see the reward happen. We have a saying that hard work always pays off, because Proverbs 14:23 promises that. And so if we can just continue to work hard, play smart, and play together, then we'll be able to achieve great goals as a team. You know, a state championship, certainly within the realm of possibility. A grind session national championship, certainly within the realm of possibility. We have that type of talent, we have that type of length, we have that type of athleticism. But what our guys choose to do in terms of sacrificing themselves for the betterment of the team is going to determine exactly how great of a season that we have. And they could go down in the laurels of rock school history. So I'm hoping that that's what they're aiming for.
Well, it would be remiss if I don't ask you about your outstanding coaching staff.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the group of men that you've assembled over the last several years and how they're impacting your team?
Our program is where it is today because of our coaching staff and their ability to take a lot of the weight and responsibilities off of my plate. And I have Coach Jones, who's taking care of basically player care, personal care, whether it's organizing mentorship programs, taking care of laundry, making sure the guys are drinking and staying hydrated, as well as eating the right stuff. I have a great coach in Coach Ogilvie, who's our recruiting coordinator, who does a phenomenal job of making sure that we're getting in contact with the guys that we need to, and that we're able to plug them into what we want to do. You know, I think about Coach Ken and what he does and adds to our program in terms of our defensive coordinator, but also doing our skills development and just being a great energy as the youngest member of our coaching staff. He just brings great energy day in and day out. I'm really excited about our Coach D, who's been here for now 3 years. This will be a 4th year, and he's only ever not won a state championship once. So his first 2 years he helped us win a state championship, but he brings a wealth of knowledge and he brings the ability to help us see the game, and he often helps with substitution patterns. And then I'm really excited about the addition of Coach Brian and Coach West to our program, and our national team, I should say, and what they're able to bring. Really taking the responsibility of our weight training program and our conditioning program and taking that to a new level, so that I don't have to be double-minded and focused on so many different things. They've done a phenomenal job of getting us in contact with the guys that we need to, helping build off of what Coach Jones is doing with nutrition. And I just love the fact that everybody brings energy every time we're in the gym. Really, really positive group, but also a group that's willing to be held accountable, but also willing to hold others accountable. So I'm just absolutely thrilled with what God has blessed me with in terms of a coaching staff and as a team this year.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate your time, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.